On the show today, we're joined once again by Lucy from Qualatex, and she shows us the fundamentals of Qualatex bubbles and how they can have a massive impact on your business. Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. And as you can see, it's been a while, but we are joined by Lucy Hennessy from Qualatex. Yay! Hello.
Hello, you all right?
I'm all right.
Good.
That's the way she does it all the time. You all right? Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good. Anyway, it's been a while.
It definitely has. In a brand new studio as well.
Brand new studio. Do you like it?
I do. It's really nice.
You've got all that space over there for preparation and stuff. It's really good. It's really good. Anyway, it has been a long time, but today we're doing something that you've actually been doing for many years, haven't you?
Yeah, since they first come to the UK.
So we are talking, everybody, about
Bubbles.
Bubbles. Qualatex bubbles. Been around. When did they first come out?
I don't know.
That must have been 20 years ago, or close to 20 years ago.
Maybe about the same
years ago.
Yeah, about 18, 19. Yeah.
Yeah. So they've been around a long time.
A long while.
Anyway, we're talking about these because pre-COVID, these were the staple for so many people in their business. They created businesses just from bubbles. So we wanted to bring bubbles back. And so we're going to do that. So we're going to have a little, it's almost like a masterclass, isn't it?
Yeah,
we're going to go through the basics, talk about bubbles, what they are, some of the properties, and all that sort of stuff, and why people should use them. And then you're going to show us some stuff, aren't you?
Yep, definitely.
All right.
Lots of designs today.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'll try and ask some questions, but I know you're just going to tell everybody everything because you're really good at that. Anyway.
Okay. So we've got, going to start with a 22-inch deco bubble.
Yep.
With a 22-inch, they all come with a valve already attached and ribbon attached.
Okay.
So with all our bubbles, when you open up the packet, you've got a little moisture wipe inside.
Yep.
So just keep this moisture wipe somewhere safe because you can wipe your equipment, wipe your high flow, etc.
Okay.
What that does, it stops your bloom from drying out.
Okay.
So ideally, if you open the packet and realise you've made a mistake, you've got the wrong one, if you put this in a Ziploc bag, you can reuse it.
Okay.
Otherwise, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to dry out.
Yeah.
And it loses its stretch.
And these balloons need to be kept elastic, effectively.
Yeah,
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
Okay, so keep that to one side. Put the rubbish there. Okay, so it's got the valve inside. So when you inflate, so with our bubbles, you can inflate them with air or helium. Doesn't matter what you use. Whatever you're inflating with, you inflate under the grey line.
Yeah.
Okay, so whether you're using a trigger valve or a bubble valve or hand pump or electric pump, you can just inflate it under the grey line. Okay, so we're just going to change the nozzle over.
So you're going to air inflate it?
I'm going to air inflate it, this one. So under the grey line, okay, lift your bubble up like you would do a foil because you don't want to crease the valve. Now, if this is a foil, you'd stop there.
You would.
Okay. So with a bubble, you don't want to see any wrinkles.
I was terrified the first time I saw a bubble inflated. It was not good.
People,
I'd only ever done foil balloons, and well, I was just doing this.
That's when I'm teaching in the course, you see people's faces going like that.
I might actually do that now, but
no.
Well, carry on. You inflate it
so
until there's no
wrinkles.
No wrinkles.
No wrinkles. Okay. So eyeball the seam at all times. So if you go too much with an air filled or a helium filled, you lose the opacity of the balloon, so it'll start going really clear.
Ones.
Yeah, for printed ones. So this is a good size bubble. Okay, we've got an oversized bubble. This is what they shouldn't look like. So you can see how much they stretch.
Yeah.
You see it starting to go clearer.
Oh yeah, so it's gone a much lighter grey.
Yeah, it loses the pigment in the colour, in the thing. So yeah, that's a 22-inch.
Okay.
Correctly inflated, overinflated.
Okay.
So if you overinflate, if you're with helium, you're going to use much more helium.
You are, yeah.
And again, with temperature as well, just be careful with your temperature. If you're working in a hot country, I wouldn't go all the way to there's no wrinkles.
Okay.
Or even in the UK, if it's a really hot day, I'd leave a slight wrinkle.
But that is the good thing about these, even if it is a hot day and you do inflate it all the way, there's still stretch in it.
Yes, definitely.
So it's not as bad as if you were to do that on a foil balloon.
But if I took that into a really hot car, this one
then that would not be good. Although I have seen one of these inflated until it burst, it made me feel very uncomfortable indeed.
No, we've been doing the bubble tour, and one of them, it looked like an actual beach ball, a giant beach ball.
Before they burst. Yeah. Okay.
Brilliant. Okay.
So what's next? What are we going to do?
That's our 22-inch.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to look at 20-inch deco bubbles and 24-inch deco bubbles. Okay, so with our deco bubbles.
So deco bubbles. What is a deco bubble?
Okay, so a deco bubble.
What's the difference in a deco bubble and that one?
Okay, so a deco bubble hasn't got a valve inside it,
Okay.
so we have to create a manual seal.
Yeah.
Still with a moisture pack inside, but it's all about tying.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to grab a 260. So always take a 260 or 160. Personally, I like to use a 260 Q. We're going to take the air out of this. So just from the rounded end between your thumb and first finger, squeeze it, and then you're just going to take all the air out. And that will give you a tighter seal.
I'm actually really good at making ribbons, just saying.
Oh, okay. You can do the next one.
Oh, there's another one?
Yeah, you
I'm
can
only
do
saying it
that.
because you've done it. So I was on a recent BMTV and my ribbons did really well, didn't they, guys?
Good.
They did really well. Yeah, thumbs up all around, you see. So, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take our 20-inch.
Yep.
So again, I mean, before I started working full-time for Qualitex, I'm going to be honest and say I didn't really use many 20 inches.
Yeah.
But I can really see the difference between a 20 and a 24 inch.
So you used mainly 24 inch?
I did. I did use
Why was that?
Mainly because of what I liked at the time, but I think the more you use something, the more you can see its benefits. And again, it's at the moment, especially down to price points as well.
Yeah, because obviously 20 inch is going to have, if you're going to helium fill them. And we'll come to that. We'll come to the benefits of these when it comes to helium filling. And well, basically, they stay inflated forever, don't they, almost?
Yeah.
And yeah, so you use 24 inch, I'm guessing, because you used to put things inside.
Yeah, and again, you can stuff a 20 inch as well, and it's not much different in terms of float time either. So.
Okay, I'm going to try really hard not to jump ahead.
No, that's
things,
fine.
So.
That's okay. Okay, so that's our 20 inch. So we've got our 260Q ready.
Yeah.
So we're going to change this, obviously because it's a clear balloon, we're going to have a block colour.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we're going to, if you're putting a block colour inside, you're going to use a 16-inch balloon. And it's really important to pre-stretch it all the way.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to inflate it. Change the
So it's just a normal
16-inch. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But you stretch it.
So don't go to there. So this sort of size, you want to go full into it. Okay, so that's our 16.
Big old balloons, aren't they?
They are.
You don't really inflate 16-inch balloons day to day. They are big.
Before bubbles come around, you used to use these as diamond clears, didn't you? And used to stuff them. But I much prefer
I remember doing
bubble.
arches as well, single line arches and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, peacock arches and all sorts we used to do.
I don't know what a peacock arch is. What's a peacock arch?
Double bubbles and then chaw joining.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
In fact, yeah, I probably did do those.
Okay, so we're going to take the balloon. So depending on what you're doing, you can either fold and roll, which I tend to do, or some people put it onto a stick and insert it, but it's entirely up to what you want to do, really. So I'm just going to roll it and then into the neck. So give the neck a rub, okay, and into the balloon. So when you insert this, make sure the bead, so the knobbly part of the balloon, is on top of the neck of the bubble.
Yeah.
Okay. And then by putting that in there, I've created some air in here, so I wanted to get all this air out, because that's what some people do. You'll see pictures online, and they've got a gap between, so you don't want to see the gap.
So you want to get as much air out as you possibly can.
Definitely.
There's obviously a chance there still could be a little bit left in there.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to fold in.
Properly getting the air out, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't want any air, and I'll do a bit of squeeze as well.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So now I'm just going to inflate it all the way, and that 16-inch is going to fill that void. It's got twisted, so I'm going to turn it round.
That's because the neck of the latex got twisted. That's why it's making that noise.
Round. That's it. So again, I'm still looking at the crease. Okay, and you don't have to use electric. You can hand pump it. It's going to take you a lot longer to do. Okay, so where the top of my thumb is, I'm just going to twist that around. Okay, and I'm holding that really tight.
Okay.
Okay, so then you're going to take the 260Q, roughly in the halfway point, and I'm going to place it on top of my thumb.
Yeah.
Okay, so from here, I'm just going to stretch my arm out, okay, and I'm going to rotate my left hand so it goes between my hand and my chest. Okay.
Slick.
So I'm just going to do maybe 3 times one side, and then take the other side 3 times the other.
Okay.
Okay, and then just lean against the table and tie off in a double knot. So the beauty with bubbles, that you can prepare them in advance.
Yeah.
So if you're doing jobs on Saturdays, you can do them on a Thursday all the way to a Friday,
Yeah.
and then you're prepared. Okay, so really pull that tight.
So if you were helium filling that, that would stay in place. So you wouldn't need to worry about putting high floats or anything like that in there.
No, with a bubble, you don't put high
Because
float
they-
in
yeah.
unless you do another technique, which
Yeah.
we'll talk about later. But
Okay.
yeah, know how that's the beauty with this one.
All right.
Okay, so that's going to stay sealed. They say between 4 to 6 weeks, but definitely more with air. You'll get low.
4 to 6 weeks. Honestly, I remember bubbles being inflated with helium and literally lasting months, like 6, 7 months, and
Yeah.
still floating. They do get a bit squidgy, but yeah, they just, if you could do a good knot.
It's
For
going to
ages.
save you a lot of time. So that's our 16-inch. So all I've done on here is just take a cluster of 4 to 3.5 inches and
Yep.
a cluster of 4 to 4 inches. Okay, just going to place these 3.5 on top and then just wrap it around. So wrap one balloon around the other and one balloon on the other side. And that's our cluster base. And then from here, we're just going to take the 260s, pull them apart.
And just tie it in.
Yeah, and I'm just going to wrap it. I'm not even going to tie it. So maybe 5 times one side, 5 times the other. Okay, and then just bring the 260 all the way down to the bottom, and then you can cut that.
But you've just got a balloon in a balloon. Who's going to buy that?
Well, it looks all right, doesn't it? It looks like a big Malteser. Am I allowed to say that?
So if you're having a
big
Malteser
sweet.
party,
yeah,
then
Malteser
great,
party.
perfect.
Okay, so
Has anybody ever had a Malteser party? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and YouTube.
okay, so
I wonder if anybody has ever had a chocolate, but there must have been some
a chocolate
chocolate-themed
party.
parties.
Yeah, definitely. Willy Wonka.
Oh yeah, Willy Wonka's very popular now, isn't it? So
Okay, so we're just going to take a weight. You could use a sand or a water
Yeah.
weight. Just sliding it in and twisting it around. So it's going to lock it onto that weight.
okay,
Okay,
there you go, your Malteser party.
that's your Malteser party all done. Okay, so we want to.
I think you do something more with that.
I think so. Right, let me grab the.
I'm not sure a Malteser party would be all that great.
Okay, so now we're going to turn this into a gingerbread
Okay.
person. Gingerbread person.
Can you say gingerbread man anymore? I just did.
Yeah, well, we're going to do a woman.
Gingerbread woman?
Yeah, okay. So I've cut out some vinyl, which we're going to talk about a bit later as well. And I'm just going to peel this off. So I'm doing it by hand, but you can use, obviously, the backing tape. So for me, with my bubbles, when I do it, I like to keep it flat, so I'm
Okay.
working directly on it. So just rub that out, and then rub the other side. And then a smiley face.
Which vinyl cutter do you use?
I use a Silhouette Cameo,
Okay.
purely because that's the one that I had when I first started doing vinyl.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do use the Cricut now, the Cricut.
Yeah?
I'm going to turn it around.
So you got it wrong. But you're just.
I
you're-
did, yeah,
You're,
just-
you're really giving that some.
Yeah,
It doesn't
be quite
matter.
rough with it. Yeah,
That's really good.
I'm going to put that there. I've done it wrong again.
Don't worry.
Let's go. All these, how many gingerbread men I've made over the years, and now that's it. Okay, so the beauty of the vinyl, you can take it off and
Yeah.
reapply it. So just make sure it's flat. So if I was vinyling the balloon, I'd always vinyl it on the day of the event.
Okay.
Because if you leave it overnight, if your temperature changes in your house or your shop, the vinyl's going to wrinkle a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we've gone from a man. I'm going to give it a bit of cheeks to a woman. So
Oh.
just using some pink. I've got a bit of blush. And then if you're looking for how to templates and stuff for this, I normally use a colouring page and just trace it from a colouring page.
What do you mean a colouring page?
You know, like if you type into Google or search engine gingerbread colouring, but spell it the American way of colouring, you've got lots of different templates that you can use and just trace.
So spell it the wrong way.
Yeah, spell it the wrong way.
Sorry, Americans.
Yes, yes, spell it the wrong way.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking. You spell it your way. Just don't get me started on that whole aluminium thing.
Yeah.
Aluminum.
Yeah, alley rod. Yeah, it's alley rod.
Well, if you're looking at aluminium rod,
Yeah.
it's aluminium rod, not aluminum.
Okay, so now we've just got some 4-inch hearts that we've
Okay.
inflated and heat sealed. Okay, and I'm just going to tie them together really tightly. Okay, and then just take some Balloon Bond.
Ah, you love your balloon bond,
I
don't
do.
you?
I do like a bit of
Who
Balloon
doesn't?
Bond. No, it's really
I can not love
versatile.
balloon bond.
So I'm just going to cut it in strips.
Oh, you're stingy, aren't you?
I am. I never used to be. I've tidied up a bit. Okay, so with this, we're just going to look at the where we want it to be. So I'm going to put her bow to the side.
Okay.
So I'm just going to stick it straight onto the bubble, give it a rub, and then take off. Okay. And then again.
It's very simple, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think by adding the foil, it makes it look a little bit more Christmassy. You could
I
do
remember filming with you.
6-inch
I
heart.
do the tidying up.
You do, yeah. I do like to make a mess. Right, so you could either take this back or cut these off depending on how far you've heat sealed.
Okay.
Be it up the neck. Okay, so just show you what I'm doing. Just tape it and then bring that back. Okay, so that's the girl version.
Okay.
Gingerbread lady.
Very nice.
Yeah. Okay. So the gingerbread lady needs a gingerbread man, please, Greg. Thank you.
I'll get one.
Cheers.
There we are.
Cheers. So with this one, we've put the bow tie under the collar. So
Yeah.
they're both 20 inches. And just to show you the difference between 20 and 24, here's one we made earlier. Thank you. So with this one, we've obviously, you can see the difference in size. And because we've made a bigger 24-inch, I didn't think it'd be, the 4 inches would be in proportion. So I've gone up to a 9-inch heart on this one.
So what size balloon have you got inside there?
Exactly, a 16-inch.
Really?
Yeah. So you can stuff the 16 into the 20 or the 24-inch.
And it doesn't burst?
No, as long as you pre-stretch
So
it,
you've
you
got
must
to pre-stretch
pre-stretch,
it.
definitely.
Okay. That's amazing.
So cluster-wise on this one, we've gone to 7 inches and 4 inches,
Okay.
and then again with a weight at the bottom.
So really simple, really effective, and of course you can have whatever colour balloon you want, as long as you've got it in a 16-inch.
And these look really nice as hanging as ball balls as well.
Yeah.
If you didn't put the cluster on, just do a little 260Q for a ball
Oh,
ball.
right, okay, cool. Awesome, what's next?
So, should we do a feather boa?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
What do you want me to do?
If you just pass me the balloon, please.
Oh.
Thank you.
Sorry, I thought you were going to get a feather boa and actually do something.
No.
There we go.
Okay, so we can also put feather boas inside bubbles, a 20 or a 24-inch. This is a 20-inch.
Okay.
So we've cut one of your feather boas up into a third.
You know we sell feathers just as they are.
No. Okay, so this is going to be a lot quicker, and also with the feathers, they can burst the bubble
Okay,
if you've got
right.
the sharp edges. So rather than use cut in every individual
okay.
balloon, if you just cut half a feather boa, put it inside.
And of course, before you do that, you can wear it for a night out.
You can do. Normally I do wear it all over me, but yeah. And then with this one, we've just got the 11-inch black and white agate. We've sized those to 7 inches and a cluster of 4 to 4 inches with a weight underneath as well. But these looks really nice for a Gatsby party or like a elegant party, you know, like a black tie.
Are fantastic. I really like them. How much would you charge for that?
Okay, so how much do you think that would be, Greg?
£725.50.
So cheap.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? If you could sell that for £725,
nice.
that would be
Off
very
the top
nice.
of your head, what do you reckon?
I don't know. I'd get the balloon market pricing tool out, and I would use that. I'd enter everything in there. That's what
your
I would
answer.
do. That's what I would do.
answer.
I don't know. It depends. £20, £30. I don't know.
Okay, good. One of them figures is right.
Okay, which one?
Okay, it's $19.99.
Okay, that seems really reasonable.
It does, doesn't it? Definitely. So we've put all the prices into the BMTV, so the balloon market pricing tool.
Yeah.
And it's come out at $19.99.
Okay. But of course, it does depend on your market. So depending where you are, you might be able to charge more for it.
Definitely. And if
You might You might charge a little bit less, but you probably wouldn't want to.
No, why would you undersell yourself?
Indeed.
You want to make a minimum of 55%.
And what about the gingerbread men? What would you charge for them?
I haven't priced them up, to be fair, but it'd be about the same sort of price because the feather boa worked out about £1.80 for a third, and the rest of the materials doesn't. Yeah.
So probably similar with the
£20
fibre
for the
little bit of vinyl and stuff.
Definitely.
Okay. And what about the big one? That'd be more expensive. That's probably going to be close to £30. Well, actually,
it's perceived value. I'd say between 25 to 30, but again, I'd have to use the Blue Market tool
to get it accurate.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Right. Carry on.
Brilliant. Okay, so now we're going to use a 24-inch elegant greenery.
All right.
Bubble. This is probably one of my favourite bubbles, printed bubbles that we do. Okay, so again.
So this is still a deco bubble. So deco bubble isn't just the clear ones.
No.
They've got
prints as well. Lots of different prints. We've got spots. We've got wooden florals. We've got bees. We've got graduation, baby feet. Lots and lots.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and it does really elevate your design.
Where can you buy
as well.
those?
Here, Balloon Market.
Oh my God, no! Balloonmarket.co.uk. Head over there.
Definitely. Okay, so with our.
I love doing that whole cheesy thing.
That's all right. You can say Balloon Market as many times as you want today.
We don't
and
need
Qualitex,
to. We
of
don't
course.
Need to. Who's
right. Qualitex.
I'm joking.
Okay, so this is a 24-inch elegant greenery bubble.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take the 11-inch elegant greenery bubble, greenery. This is a new bloom
Say that
for this
5
year.
times quickly.
No. So again, you could either fold and roll, or if you're going to use a trigger valve, which we're going to do, you can put it straight onto the trigger valve. Okay, so we've got our trigger valve. We'll put the balloon on. Okay, and then just give the nozzle a rub to put your trigger inside. But you could, if you haven't got a trigger valve, you could use a normal push valve or a tilt valve, as long as it's a latex inflator. And again, just make sure that the bead is on top of the bubble.
Okay.
Okay, so before I do that, you can take the air out, please,
Oh,
Greg.
watch this. Watch this. This is the only thing I can do. God, they're quite long, aren't they? Watch. Look at that.
It. Well done.
Look at that.
Round
Look at
of
that ribbon, everybody.
Okay, so we're going to take the trigger out of the 11-inch and put it into the bubble now. Okay, so with this one, we're going to inflate it until we've got 3 fingers. Put 3 fingers on the edge of the bubble, and I don't want any wrinkles either side of my fingers.
3 fingers.
3 fingers.
I don't know what you mean by that.
I'll show you. Okay. So I'm looking at the edge of the bubble. Right, there's my 3 fingers.
Oh, I see.
I've got no wrinkles.
So
okay.
3 fingers, not on each side, 3 fingers in total.
In total, yeah. Okay. Okay, so take the trigger out, and now we're going to go into the actual 11-inch now. Okay, and just gently press the trigger. Okay, and we're going to eyeball this to 11 inches. And this 11-inch will push out your bubble as well. So
yeah, there's no creases now.
No creases.
I'm going to step over here because I'm scared.
No, don't be scared.
I'm scared.
Okay.
That's a nice colour. What colour latex is that?
This is cactus, 11-inch cactus.
That is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice. If you've got a printed bubble, a printed 11-inch and it's either two-sided or round, and you've got Happy Birthday and it's leaning to one side, if you pull down on the neck and then twist that balloon around, you can manipulate it so the Happy Birthday's in the front.
Okay.
But if it's an all-round, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to tie it off again.
Yeah.
So twist it around.
This one's going to be harder because it's bigger.
Yeah, it will still go in between. The more you pull tightly, okay, I'm going to just put it in between my gaps.
Okay.
So I'm just moving my hand. I've not got the longest arms, but it'll go between my arm and my chest.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so again, tie off in a
You
double
can't do
knot.
that with a 3-foot balloon, can you?
No, sadly not. Okay, so just really tie that. Okay, and then with this one, I'm just going to attach some fishing line or nylon line.
Yep.
You're probably not going to pick this up on camera, but you'll see that I'm just going to go around the neck in a permanent knot. Okay, and then I'm just going to tie the 260 over the fishing line, and it's just going to extra security on it.
Belt and braces.
Yeah. Okay, so just take the fishing line. And with a bubble, I used to tend to use fishing line a lot because I like the idea that it's floating. It's the magic, isn't it?
Yeah.
And on this one, we're just going to put it onto a plastic weight, but obviously you can make a lot more decorative designs, and we've got a picture coming up now.
Have we?
Yeah, there it is. We're going to send you a picture of a really nice design. Okay.
I'll do it over here.
Yeah.
Was it up there?
Okay, so we've made a cluster of 4 to 4 inches.
Yep.
So if I was doing cluster size, I'd probably go between a 3, 3.5 or 4.
Okay.
But keep it nice and flat. Thumb and finger. Don't try and put your clusters on like that. It needs to be flat. Okay, and then we're just going to turn the bubble upside down. I'm going to take take the cluster from one side of the bubble, locking into the neck of the deco bubble and out the other side. So slide it across, really pushing down on that cluster, holding the neck of the deco bubble and then twisting one balloon over the other to lock in. Okay, and then just cut the excess. Okay.
I remember when I tried that years ago. I struggled to get it tight up to the bubble.
Yeah, so by just sliding it in and then pushing down, that will give you a nice tight tie. I mean, once you've done loads and loads of these, you could do it this way around if you wanted to. But I think to begin with, I think if you're leaning against something, it's going to be a lot easier for you.
Okay.
Okay, but as you can see from the picture, you can put all little bits of foliage in. We can make a decorative weight. So that's our double bubble.
Yeah, very nice.
All right.
Okay.
Brilliant.
What would you charge for that?
Again, you'd have to price
Come
it
on,
on
ballpark it.
No minimum of £25 to £35.
See, I said 35.
Yeah, depending on what your gas
Because
costs.
helium as well. Yeah,
Definitely, it's really
seems
gone
to be
up.
constantly going up. So you've got to consider that. All right, excellent. I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've just done a bubble there with helium. Helium's expensive.
Yeah.
Do you know how many bubbles you'll get out of a helium cylinder? A T size. So we've got a V size there. A T size is the bigger one.
What size would you like?
T size.
Okay.
Okay,
so
I'm joking. I'm going to test you, right?
Okay.
Okay. So, 24-inch T size cylinder.
85.
Correct.
Is it? I remember that one.
Correct. 20-inch T size cylinder.
180.
180. And I don't know what else there.
22 inch.
22-inch. Yes, that's the printed one, isn't it?
Is that 135?
Oh, close.
No? What was it?
133.
Ah.
You did all right. 2 out of 3.
did.
Not bad. Not bad. Right. What's next?
Right, okay. So now we're going to do a neon gumball.
Neon gumball.
A neon gumball.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what that is?
I know what
Okay.
neon is. Do you want me to do some? Are these ribbons?
No, no, these are going into the balloon. Sorry, very good.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to do a 20-inch bubble this time. Okay, and with a neon gumball, the only difference between a neon gumball and a gumball is that a neon gumball has a 260Q inside.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of air first. We're going to helium fill this.
Do you want to say what a gumball is, or are you going to surprise me? I've got an idea what a gumball is.
Yeah, so it's like the American sweet machines.
Okay. It's basically you're going to put inflated balloons inside.
Yes, yeah. So we can normally put 5-inch for a normal gumball, but a neon gumball will have a mixture of 260s and 5 inches as well. Okay, so I'm going to put my 260 in. So give it a rub.
Why does the
open up
260
valves.
make it?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Well, I remember making one of these for my CBA exam. That was part of the criteria. You had to do a neon gumball.
Okay.
But at that time, bubbles weren't around, so we had to do it inside 16s.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so there's my 260. Using a trigger valve, I'm going to put some helium in the outer balloon, into the actual bubble, because I need some space. Just a little. I turned it off again.
God, that's good habit, though.
It
Good
is.
habit.
It is. Okay, so just a little bit. Okay, you're going to take the 260, place it onto the trigger, and it goes on really nicely. If you haven't got a trigger, you can put it on the tip of your normal Precision Plus. Okay, so just gently, and you'll go around the balloon, so you're inflating it.
Let's talk about why you put helium inside a 260.
Okay, because all of this is going to be helium filled, so you never ever mix gases.
Right.
Okay, so because of diffusion, if you mix the gases, you'll have one of two things: either your balloons inside will inflate until they burst if you mix the gases, or they'll shrink depending on what way you've mixed the gas.
So if you put air in that 260, because the particles of helium are much smaller, in the bubble, they would go into the 260 and burst the 260, is what you're saying. And if it was the other way around, they just wouldn't flow, would it?
No. No, but this isn't going to float anyway, so this one...
Isn't it?
No. Well, it will float, the actual 260 won't.
No, but the whole thing. Will.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so from here, take your bead, push the air back into the bubble, and just tie off. Okay, and then I'm going to cut all my necks off. I don't like necks showing. Okay.
All right, quiz time.
Yeah.
People in the room, what colour balloon is this?
Wildberry.
Yeah.
Well
Wildberry?
done.
Wildberry? You're going to go with wildberry, are you? And the answer is...
Wildberry.
Debs, you've got to say. You look confused for a second there. Debs is behind the camera. She's really nervous now because she thinks I'm going to ask her to come in front of the camera, don't you, Debs? Do you want to come in front of the camera and say hello? No? You sure? Okay. We'll get her in front of the camera, won't we?
We will. Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit of helium again. 260 onto the trigger. And then I'm going to inflate it around, so all the way.
So cool.
So just really gently with this. Just move that over. Okay, and then tie off.
Okay.
So because this is a 20-inch, I'm not putting as much into the 20-inch as I would do a 24, purely because of weight. Okay, so with all your balloons, you normally go on odd numbers. Like with your floristry, you'd always go for odd numbers of things because it's more visually appealing.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like even.
If you look at your bouquet, next time you buy a bouquet of flowers, see how many flowers are in there.
Nobody pays attention to
They
that, do they?
It looks, it look a lot nicer, definitely.
I think that would look very odd.
No.
See what I did there.
Okay, so now
I'm on it today.
You are. So we're taking about 5 inches now, and then I'm going to inflate, and then you're going to eyeball these, okay? So push the air back down. It's really important to push the helium back down, and then making sure you don't knock the actual neck of the bubble. But if you do, that's rectifiable.
Yeah.
So,
How'd you rectify it?
just by pushing it down and normally I get my glasses on and I'll pick it.
Okay.
So just, Okay, so push the air back down.
So you're basically trying to get the knot as close to the
Yeah, so that's what you don't want to tie it here because you're going to have that neck. You don't want a scraggy neck. So push that in and tie off. Okay,
Very good.
We're going to inflate that fully now. Okay, and then twist it around.
Very funky.
Oh, I do need one of them.
Aha,
Sorry,
you see?
thank you.
I did it wrong. I'll be right with you, everybody.
Yeah.
I was just on Amazon and I saw a book called How to Half Your Problems. I bought 2. Sorry, I've just messed that up because I was focusing on my delivery. Here all week, ladies and gentlemen. Here all week.
Thank you. So nice. And the more you do bubbles, the more you might find how you change the way you tie your bubble. So you might find you only need to do it 3 times. It's just what you feel comfortable with.
Okay.
Okay, so again, just a bit of fishing line. And then with these, we can put some ribbon on here as well. So you could put some satin ribbon, some thin satin ribbon, or you could do a cluster base on that.
So what was your favourite when you were doing lots of bubbles when you had your own business? What was your favourite thing to do with bubbles?
I used to like getting creative with bubbles.
Oh.
So, yeah, which you'll see a bit later.
You know what? We should do another show on that.
We should.
If you're going to get creative, I think that should be a completely different show.
Well,
so this is the basics. We're doing the basics.
This is the basics today, yeah.
Okay.
But basic, I don't think you can beat a double bubble, really.
Okay.
Definitely. Okay,
Right.
so that's our neon gumball. So a gumball would be exactly the same, but no 260s, and we've done one earlier. If you just pass us that one, please. Thank you.
Look at this. This looks good.
This is made by the one and only Debbie McGill. Okay, so we've got our...
Debbie sat over there, Debbie.
That Debbie, yes, who's hiding, Debbie.
Oh, you can't give her credit without showing her on
Debs,
screen.
On you come.
Aha! Yay! Come this side. There we are.
Go.
Taking accountability for your design. You've still got stuff in your hair.
I know. It's
It's gold leaf, isn't it?
gold leaf.
It's very you. Very you.
Mine, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you for coming on BMTV. Yay!
Thank you. Okay, so we've got the 22-inch B print, and then inside we've got some 5-inch balloons.
Yep.
This is all helium, cluster of 4 to 4-inch, cluster of 4 to 3 inches. So we've just done a double collar on this one because it's 24, it can take the extra weight. And then we've just used some diamond mesh.
Where'd you get that from?
From Balloon Market.
Balloonmarket.co.uk, ladies and gentlemen. Head over there and you can buy that.
So it comes in a big roll, so we've just used 2.
It is really cool stuff,
strips.
actually. You can use it for so much stuff.
Definitely. Well,
You can actually stick it on balloons and stuff as well.
You can, but just by picking up the blue, so you're using repetition for the blue that's in the daisy and just bringing it down.
Very nice.
Okay, so that's our gumball.
Okay, good. Shall I put that over there now?
Yes,
What
please.
else are
Oh,
we gonna
no,
do?
no, no, no.
Oh, we're going to do something. Okay.
No, so it looks lovely as it is.
Okay, we're going to do something more.
We are. We're going to use some vinyl.
We believe in you. It's a good look at it.
There's lots you can play with, like words and stuff. So, like, we've got bees on here. There's lots of different messages you could use that incorporate bees. It's not just for baby showers. Bees are really popular.
I love you, honey.
Yeah, there you go. That's a new one. I didn't thought that one before. Okay, so we've got our vinyl that I've cut out already using the transfer tape. I'm just going to give it a rub. Okay, and then bring it off on one side. So you could use your squeegee.
But you don't bother.
No. Sometimes, it depends really. I find sometimes some vinyl's better to pick than others. And again, all your vinyl could be done days in advance.
Indeed.
Like printed in advance, but you wouldn't put it into the morning of the actual job itself.
So why it wrinkles is, even though these will retain helium for a very, very long time, it still comes out ever so slightly, even after a day.
Yeah.
And then that shrinks down that tiny little amount, and of course that doesn't shrink with it, so it comes a bit wrinkly.
Yeah, So if you're using like a big font on your vinyl, you'll find it'll probably wrinkle a little bit more, or even the thin really wrinkles as well.
Yeah.
So if that happens, just get your thumb and just go over it before you actually deliver it.
So you do that on the day of delivery or the day of pickup, and explain to your customers is probably a good thing to do as well.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, but this is just one way of personalising. There's lots of other things that you can use with personalising. So if you haven't got a vinyl cutter, you could use a permanent marker, like a Posca, Sharpie, Edding pen. There's lots of different things you can do.
Well, I've seen some of the stuff that you might see on the second part of this bubble extravaganza that is really funky.
Yeah.
So looking forward to showing everybody that.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you. So I'm just going to eyeball this, or some people put
Do you want
this
me to
into
hold it?
You can hold it, please, yeah. I'm going to hold it straight, innit?
Hold it straight?
There,
It was straight?
No, it was off.
All right.
Okay, so I'm just going to, from there, and I'm going to push out. I'm going to sneeze, sorry.
Oh. Is that the first sneeze we've had on BMTV? I think it might be. 9 years. More than 9 years of BMTV.
Sorry. Okay, right. That's a lucky one. So you can just take it from one side to the other. And if you feel like you're not confident with your vinyl, you can put it at an angle if it's not straight. So it just takes a little bit of time.
If in doubt, a jaunty angle.
Yeah.
And nobody knows. There you go.
There you go. And I'm going to take that home for my niece.
That's very nice.
There you go.
I hope she's called Lucy.
She is.
Okay, good. All right.
Thank you. I
Now
think that's
what?
it.
Is that it?
In terms of what we're doing on this session,
Okay.
yeah.
So, key things, right, for bubbles. Hold on.
Oh, no. Sorry. One more.
There's something else.
It was hiding.
I'll take this.
Sorry.
I'll take this. All right. It's a good job I'm here to remind you. Okay, what's this?
Okay, so this is a static paper confetti bubble.
It's not sticking very well, is it?
No.
So what to do?
Okay.
So confetti bubbles used to be one of the biggest things, didn't it? So many people were doing confetti bubbles, and some people built their businesses on doing confetti bubbles. And you think you've got to stick them in there, but you don't. You use static, don't you?
Yeah, this one's made on static. So for static confetti, I'd use paper confetti and static.
Yep.
But if it's all going to the bottom, what you can do, you can get a microfiber cloth and move it up and down. Or, where's my 5-inch gone? Okay. we can take a 5-inch balloon, okay, and just create a static. So give it a rub, and it will stick.
Oh, look at that. I've not seen that technique before.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So I used to put a balloon inside. Oh, thank you. Put a balloon inside the actual bag, and then this is another way of like, if it's for a child, it's educating the children through like science and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's all about fun. So after a couple of days, that will drop, but you can bring it back up to life.
You know
again.
what? You know that whole I before E, except after C? It's been proved wrong by science.
Is it?
Oh, God! Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm not trying to embarrass you.
No,
I'm sorry.
that's all right. It's gone straight over my head. Don't worry. Okay. Right, so do you want me to show you a helium-filled one?
Yeah, go on. Go on.
If you made me look like active now.
I like the word you've just used. The fact you've just used the word diff. All right, so, yeah, static electricity works okay in the air, with the air. Mm-hmm. With helium, a little bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So with helium, we're going to mix gases. Because there's no balloons going inside the balloon itself, we're going to mix the gases.
So what you were saying earlier on about you never mix gases, that's when you're putting a balloon inside another balloon. Mm-hmm. You always have the same gases. But when, for instance, if you mix air and helium in a balloon that's a big balloon, then that just saves you helium costs.
Yes,
so you can do that.
Definitely.
So,
Thank you.
That's a funnel has just appeared.
Funnel.
Okay, what are we going to do?
Okay, so we're going to grab a bubble.
This is a really good show. People are learning so much if they've not used bubbles before.
Definitely. And it's all without high flow. Okay, so we're going to use a 24-inch this time. Personally, I prefer it to a 20-inch when I'm using confetti in the helium because you can get a little bit more extra lift in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take a funnel. So a funnel is one of the things that you will end up buying for your bubbles because there's so much you can stuff in.
And where can you get those? I don't know that you can get those.
I don't know. This one comes from Morrison's.
Morrisons.co.uk.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. So we're
Shall
going
I pour?
You can.
Are we there yet?
Okay, so when we pour this, I'm going to put my finger at the end of the funnel and you're going to fill it to the end of this funnel with confetti. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if I put that in.
How's it going to fit down there? This is bigger than that.
Yeah, so we're going to put a little bit in at a time and then we're going to poke it.
We've got a pokey stick.
No, I can use the end of this, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So like an end of a chopstick or a kebab stick is quite good for this as well.
All right.
Okay.
How much am I putting in?
So a funnel's worth. So
a funnel's
worth. Just little bits, and then stop there for a minute, and then
sorry.
That's all right. And then we can just poke it in with either a trigger or a end of a pen. That's it. Okay. We can put a little bit more in.
We tried years ago to find the solution, the best way to do it. There is no best way.
No.
You've just got to literally poke it in.
Yeah, just with I used to use a kebab stick, the blunt end of a kebab stick. I'm going to use that. I'm not getting it into the neck.
Have we got any chopsticks in the room? Oh no, you're doing it. Scissors. Scissors also work, everybody.
They do. As long as you're not touching the bubble, you're right. Okay, so with the confetti, it tends to clump.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to open it up with the helium.
Oh, so you could put loads in there, but let's not bother putting them more in because it'll just take forever.
No, that's it. It's done. Some people measure, but I tend to just use that neck of the funnel as a gauge. Okay. Okay, so from here, we're just going to take a hand pump.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put 10 pumps of air in to begin with. 3, 4, 6, 8, 10.
So is it that will allow the static to
start and finish? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to turn it back on. Okay. Oh, can you do me a 260, please?
Oh, of course I can.
Thank you.
I'm getting proper involved.
You are. Okay, so
keeps my producer happy when I get involved.
So with my confetti, I'm bringing it down just to disperse that confetti. So this is from our Pioneer Party range.
You happy, Alex? I got involved.
Okay. Okay, so with this, I'm going to go 2 fingers now. Okay, and then take the helium out. And then I'm going to put 20 pumps in of air.
Okay.
So. make sure the wrinkles are out. Okay, and then I'm going to twist it around. Thank you. So with our confetti, it's mainly paper, but there is some metallic in there as well.
Yeah. Some metallic. Does that stick?
That sticks, yeah, it does stick. If I was using all metallic, then I'd use high flow and metallic confetti. Okay, so from here, I'm just gonna get that on. Or actually, where's that balloon gone?
Here it is.
Lovely, thank you. So we're gonna give it a rub.
So if you just have helium, that just won't work.
No, you need a bit of a mix.
Why is that? Do you know the scientific reason?
No, science wasn't my strong point, sorry.
Okay, so yeah, you need to put the air in there to
yeah, and plus you're using less helium as well, aren't you, if you're putting the static in? Okay.
Like I say, you'd put a lot more confetti in there if you were actually doing that as a
if it was air-filled, you can put as much in if you wanted to, but confetti-wise, I wouldn't go...
With helium?
Yeah, I wouldn't go much bigger than
Oh, so really? So you probably wouldn't put much more in there than that?
No, because that will drop really quickly, but then put that into your design as well.
Yeah.
Into the bag.
Okay.
Okay. Just going to tie that off. And then, can you just pass us that cluster out, please, Greg?
This one?
Yeah, thank you.
And what colour is this? I'm going to test everybody in the room.
Is that? Oh my God.
We don't know. We don't know.
No, it's not.
No.
No.
Tropical.
It's a tropical bluey greeny. Caribbean blue, guys. Of course, it's Caribbean blue.
Thank you. So just slide it in.
I can't believe you guys
push
don't
it
know.
down and turn it over. Okay.
That is a nice colour. I like that.
Yeah, it goes really well with the
Anna in the
confetti.
office. Do you want to know what her favourite colour is? Turquoise, which that kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like. Yeah, it's really nice.
Okay. Is that it now?
I think it is, Greg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any key points we want to give to everybody about bubbles?
So bubbles are long lasting.
Long lasting?
Helium or air filled.
Yep.
You can add embellishments inside and outside.
Okay.
Higher perceived value.
Yep.
What else? They can be personalised.
Did we say last for ages? Have we said that already?
Yeah,
we said that.
between 4 to 6 weeks. And they are a luxury item. You can't get these in any old car shop. You can...
True.
Yeah.
True.
And there's so much you can do with a bubble.
Well, if you want to find out how to do more with bubbles, tune in for part 2 of this bubble extravaganza. Right, as a guest on BMTV, you get to ask everybody the question of the week. Okay. What is the question of the week?
Okay, so what is your favourite bubble?
That's a boring
balloon.
question.
A boring question.
Yeah, come on, no, have a better question.
Okay, I've got one for you.
Okay, go.
What's your favourite crisp?
Okay, that's a much more interesting.
Here you go.
What are your favourite crisps? What are your favourite crisps?
I like a chipstick.
Chipstick?
Yeah.
Okay, salt and vinegar?
Yeah.
Okay. I just like good old cheese and onion.
Yeah, I like
Walkers.
cheese and onion.
Walkers.
Yeah. Nice.
Guys?
Big barbecue beef hula-hoops.
Big barbecue beef
Nice.
hula hoops. Is that what hula hoops?
Yeah, they're the big fat
You said
ones.
hula hoops. Oh, hula hoops. Anyway.
Sour cream and onion Pringles.
Sour cream and onion Pringles. Debs.
Co-op Chardonnay vinegar.
Oh, dear. Co-op Chardonnay vinegar. Oh, my. And Mike?
Nice and spicy knickknacks.
Nice and spicy knickknacks.
nice.
All right. Thank you for that. What is your favourite crisp? Leave your comments down below. Excuse me, on Facebook and on YouTube. Lucy, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, go and do it and hit the little bell icon. And you'll be notified every time we upload a new show. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on TikTok, where the fun stuff happens. Look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Bye.
See you later.